First of all, welcome to the 26th Grieve School. Some old friends, who've been to many of the schools, and it's great to see you all again. The exit, there was an exit at the back in the event of something unexpected happening, and the lane is right out through the door at the end. Or you can go out through the door you come in through. So, two choices. We're beginning with something unusual, or something we've never begun with before, in that Gerard Humphreys has... Just have that for a second. Get back in. Gerard Humphreys has written a play called Friendly Fire, and it's appropriate, I suppose, given the subject matter we're discussing this evening, and that an excerpt from the play will be performed. I'll ask Gerard to take over at this stage.
Allowing us the opportunity to come here. I'd also like to thank Finbar for all his help. He's in the Ireland Institute and to the Ireland Institute, so Gurmila Malgrif Tommy Harda Buiak and Schultz Ramona. I also want to take the opportunity to thank Robert Balla, who very kindly allowed us use his painting and work of Robert Balla, which depicts, well, I'm sure he'll tell you himself, but it's Meath and obviously the First World War. And I'd also like to thank Michael Flanagan, who's just walked in and who has also supported us in our efforts, and he's seen the piece before. Just very briefly, it's a piece from Friendly Fire. It's about Francis Ledwidge, and the actors are Ian Meehan, who's Ledwidge, and his girlfriend Chevy, and it's performed by Linda Tehan. It's directed by Anthony Fox, and it's on in the New Theatre, you know, the Connolly Bookshop in Essex Street. It's on at the end of the month, the 29th of September to the 11th of October 2014. There's a flyer out there, and Anthony Fox will kill me if I don't say that it's all available on the web at thenewtheatre.com. So just to set it very briefly, it's 100 years ago, it's this time, it's autumn. And what has happened is Frank Ledwidge organised a strike in Boat Park Mines in Meath, where he was working in the mines, and they all passed the picket. So his strike collapsed and he was kicked out, which wasn't unusual at the time. It also happened to Connell, who wrote The Red Flag, when he tried to organise strikes in Meath. So his strike has collapsed, and then his girlfriend left him because he'd no prospects. That was Ellie, and so he was going out with Ellie. So he split with Ellie, and then he joined the Irish Volunteers in 1913, and they split, and he spoke out against Redmond. He'd just been elected county councillor, and they called him a coward. The county councillors called him a coward. And so what has happened is this then, he didn't get the union job, and then inexplicably, inexplicably, that's all part of the mystery of him, he went off and joined the British Army. He joined the Inniskillens, which was based in Inchicore at the time, and the Lord Dunsany, who was his patron and had promoted his poetry, was a captain in the Enniskillen regiments. And it's autumn 1914, and where he used to hang out was in the Cunningham Arms, and you're about to see it's, if you like, the courting scene where a new girlfriend, Chivy, has moved into his life because Ellie has gone off and married another who had wealth of land, as he said himself. So it's Ian Meehan and Linda Tehan, and thanks very much for your support, and thanks again to Desmond Service.
Is it one of the lads from the bog you're seeing?
Gossip.
The lads from the bog are very handsome, especially toward the end of summer.
Do you think so, Frankie?
I've seen them working on their bare feet, no bother, like in the ancient fashion. Very enticing for a young woman coming in off a summer's evening.
Well, they are fine men.
Don't you be going off with the bog men.
Frank, are you only with me now because Ellie's gone off with another? Well, she's a very lucky woman.
Going off marrying another?
To have you writing such beautiful poetry about her.
She's with him now.
Well, property. The village sorted that. You're no match in their eyes for the farmer's daughter of a strong farmer from Mead.
And in your eyes?
You are my eyes, and my ears, and my poet of the field.
You'll be off with the bog men.
And if you don't go to war, I'll stay with you. I don't want to get my petticoat all wet.
No bother. Here. Come up further here now. I don't want the head gardener to find you.
Well, so, don't mind the head gardener. I don't want Lord Dunsany to find me rolling around in his flowers with you.
No bother. Captain Dunsany now. He rode into town in his hunting outfit and came back a captain with 3 bars on his shoulders. Bring your legs in under them.
Shh! Did you hear something?
There's only the leaves of the trees.
Oh, I'd be skinned alive if I'm caught here with you.
I don't know. The world has been very civil to me now since I joined up to fight. Will you allow me to write to you?
Will you write me a poem, Frankie? A poem, just for me.
Will you bring me poems to the papers in Drogheda? Or will your Shinner friends stop you?
No, I will, of course. Of a Tuesday. Always. But sure, how would I bring them from Flanders Field?
I'll post them to you to correct the spellings.
Well, promise me you'll write me one of them.
Promise me you will stay away from the bog men. Good looking fellas round here. And a man on the bog and a pretty girl like you.
Is that the reason you brought me up here to the bog in Wilkinstown? Is it, Frankie, you bell gossoon you?
I had to pluck a sweet flower from the bog to bring it back to the barracks to remind me of you.
Me poem, when will you write it for me?
When me muse comes knocking. You know I get fears lonesome.
For me or for your fields and your bogs?
For the fields of Slane and you now, Shivy, and the bog. Sweet Jesus, I love it all. It grieves me shocking sore to be away.
Don't go, Frankie.
I have to go. Did I ever tell you my people were ever poets?
No,
and
all
so
the time, but I just want you to be my poet.
I'll get commissioned in the army, then we can marry.
I don't want you to go. I want you to stay here. Stay on the fields of Mead, like take me to Tara, write me your poetry. I don't care if you're a ganger working on the roads.
Shivy, your family will never let you marry a road ganger. You know that. I know that. All of Meath knows that. But when I get commissioned in the army, there'll be no stopping us.
No, life is now, Frankie. I want my own children. I don't want to be minding other people's children.
Shivy, the war will be over by Christmas.
And what difference do the likes of you and me do to the war in High Germany? Little a bit do they care about you and me.
I have to do me part. Never let it said that the English had to defend us.
And who says that? Only our gossips. Ruling by fooling. I believed you, Frankie, up there at those mines. I believed everything you told us. Ireland first and Ireland last and decent wages for the workers. I believed when you said, though cowards flinch and traitors sneer, we'll keep the red flag flying here.
Nobody supported me, Shivy. I was left standing on my own outside the gates of the mines. I have nothing. I'm not going to get the Labour Union job, and now the war they're calling me a coward. Me, a coward!
So you run off and you join up, you take the shilling. Oh, by Jace, they'll have you dancing to their tune.
I didn't know you felt this way.
Yeah, because nobody asked me, because I'm not a teacher like my brother or my sister. Ah, yeah, look at poor old Shivy Jez just skiving away. She's a great help with the children, isn't she, Frank? Asher, isn't she great? I went to all your meetings. I believed everything you told us. I believed in decent wages for the farm labourers, while the men, shareens and scabs just slinking behind your back. And I still believe in decent wages. Your own mother, back broken, bent double, picking potatoes, snagging turnips.
Shivy, no man is going to call me a coward. I'll not have it said.
You know what they're saying about young Frank Ledwidge? Oh yeah, he's just trotting after the gentry. You heard them singing Dunsany's harper. Sure, you're dancing to their tune.
Dunsany never asked me.
Frank, you're hurting me, and someone will hear us. And you know, I'd be driven out of the village with me hair up.
No one's going to drive you anywhere. Not while Frank Ledwidge is around.
Sure, you won't be around.
The gods of war are calling me.
Not gods. Men. Only men. I'd be up in the morning for Mary's wee children, and you'd want to hear them call. Ah, but you know, that's women's work, isn't it? And you'll never hear them cry. But I want to be all about that now, Frank Ledwidge. And I'll ask you now, who do you think is going to be out ploughing those fields?
There are plenty of men.
The women will be doing it. They'll be bending in the fields and bending with buckets as usual. Oh.
Ah, here, don't leave me like this. I'm fierce lonesome. And I haven't even left for France yet. Ah, here, come on, and go for a dander for another bit.
Now go off and dander by yourself in the fields of Meath. I mean, fields of France. Because it's the fields and mead you belong in. Come here. You know, and also send me your letters to Wilkinstown. I don't want any gossip, you know. And they'd be out of the house when the postman arrives. And you know what the old gossips say about company keeping? It's a sin.
Minute priests. Never does sin.
Especially the poetry.